It's a cool, crisp morning, and nothing beats having a campfire to take the chill out of your bones. After having just finished a bowl of oatmeal with raisins, it's time to take a few moments to relax and mentally prepare for today's ride, all while sipping my Starbucks instant coffee. Another beautiful day, but compared to yesterday, much clearer skies. It's become a regular factor on these Pacific Northwest summer motorcycle ventures to deal with forest fires and their smoke. Overnight, apparently, the wind currents have shifted, exposing this day's natural, vibrant colors. Today's plan requires us to head back up to Crater Lake via the Volcanic Legacy Byway, sending us north in the right direction to start our journey home. We decided to backtrack over our initial route, staying clear of the bootleg forest fire just east of us. No reason to risk road closures that could add hours or days to the itinerary. It's a shame. I actually hate covering ground for a second time on the same trip. I feel like new experiences and scenery are missed out. I guess it does give me an excuse to revisit places. Day 2 at Crater Lake is a much more beautiful day today. Blue skies. Look at the color of that water. It's, about 9 o'clock in the morning. Decided to come back up here just to see if it was clear, and it is. Look at that. Wizard Island. Roughly 7,700 years ago, Crater Lake formed from a volcanic eruption of Mount Mazama. Completely isolated, it replenishes itself by rain and snow. The most interesting fact being that it's the deepest lake in the United States and 9th in the world at 1,949 feet. These markers continue to gauge the depth of snow collected here. Storms from the Pacific Ocean dump an annual average of 42 feet of snow at park headquarters. The park's tremendous snowfall is a result of its position at the crest of Cascade Mountains. Summers at Crater Lake are short, but sunny. I recommend to visit in July, August, and September for warm and dry weather. Of course, I've got to stop and support the local myths and folklore. What can be more fun and open than having a beer in a Bigfoot-themed bar? I haven't seen one yet, but I have heard a lot of eerie and suspicious noises in the deep woods of the night. Cheers. Stuck in Redmond traffic. Gonna be heading to Prineville very shortly. On our way home. Just arrived in Prineville. Gonna find a place to have a milkshake and some burgers. We found a local restaurant with an old school atmosphere called The Tasty Treat. A perfect pit stop on the way to tonight's campsite. A must if you're traveling on Highway 26. It's not common for us to arrive at our campsite with extra time to spare. It usually ends up being late in the day, just enough time to set up camp, make dinner, and enjoy some conversation before we hit the sack. But when we do, like we did here in the Ochoco National Forest, the same campground we stayed on our first night, I would always recommend walking trails and explore your local surroundings. But here's what you do if you have extra time. I always pack a Kindle and overambitiously load a few books in anticipation of the trip. In reality, I never even get close to finishing my current read, which on this trip was The Second Foundation by Isaac Asimov. This is a camping must. Make sure to always include a deck of playing cards. There are so many great games at your disposal, whether you're playing solo games or with family and friends. Some of my favorite include old school solitaire, and when anybody's up for it, how about some rummy? New to the inventory, we added this felt foldable game board that takes up little room, but offers multiple games such as checkers, chess, and parcheesi. Definitely a worthy addition to our entertainment items. Last, but certainly it doesn't stop here, is your smartphone. One of the main reasons I take these trips is to cut myself off from the hustle and bustle of the world, so I usually don't recommend the connectivity portion, but instead, load a few different genres of movies and share the experience. We have no popcorn, but it makes for a great way to unwind before bed. What are you doing?
Last time for packing up. Heading home. Yeah, glad it's over in a way. I mean, yeah, it's just, you know, you get tired of the routine of unpacking and packing, and when you get to that last day and you know this is the last time you've got to do it, it's great. And I'm looking at the screen rather than the camera.
Are you? That was our last evening here on the road. We're all packed up right there. And so last on the list is hook up some cameras to the bike, hopefully get some good footage. We're going to be heading into John Day, maybe some DQ in a couple hours. And then straight shot to home after that. See you guys. It's no secret, however sometimes very forgettable, that our most precious asset is time. How we spend those moments under those clear occasions rewards our well-being, trading time for experiences and memories. Another great annual motorcycle trip spent, I got to ride through the Cascade Mountains, viewed the seemingly endless coastline of the Pacific Coast Highway, saw trees tower to near 300 plus feet with 30-foot base diameters, witnessed a caldera filled with some of the bluest of blue water, and debated the existence of Bigfoot, all while sharing it with my father.
He's arrived. Yeah!
What, Dad? Seafood Alfredo fettuccine. This way.
It wasn't because I turned around and looked like a fool. A fool like that, yeah.
What do you think, Dad? You're from Oregon. What's the lighthouse? Travel. Ah! I wanted the plane to get in the popcorn. Oh. Yeah, it's definitely the record one.
That's heavy duty.
We're on the home stretch, only 2 hours before we get to home base.
Cruising east on 126, passing all these pine trees. Just went through the canyon. It smells so good. You can smell the pine. get gas.
These small towns offer a lot of character, and I only wish I had more time to stop and embrace the culture and history. A lot of times I find myself recounting our route afterwards and investigating some of the places we rode through. It feeds my desire to ride more.
Stop to take a quick break, just a little rest before we ride into Baker City, home base, near Phillips Reservoir. Real pretty country around here, just east of Sumter. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Need a little bit more shade around here, but thank goodness today is not nearly as hot the first time we rode through here.
As we approach the end, I hope everyone enjoyed this 6-part series on our annual 2021 father-son motorcycle trip. I'll continue to provide videos, not just motorcycle adventures, but other topics that revolve around motorcycles, camping, and the logistics behind them. So please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and provide comments and recommendations down below. I enjoyed this, and see you next time.
Home.